Guess how much a polar bear weighs? Enough to break the ice. It was my freshman year of college that I had an encounter with God that would change my life forever. My faith had really taken the backseat, and it just wasn't a huge priority in my life. I grew up in the church, and it just didn't really make sense to me. I think I was only going to church to meet people, and I had a lot of friends who went to church, and I was involved in choir and really enjoyed that, but I wasn't really hearing the messages that the priest was saying. And it was after my parents' divorce that my family quit going to church. It was around middle school, and you could say that really affects an awkward middle school kid when your parents decide to split up. So I stopped going to church and got involved with really good friends and lots of different activities that high school had to offer. I was someone who people thought was really happy, and I had a lot of friends, and I was a good person, but I can remember some times where I just never felt like I was good enough and that I wasn't accepted. This carried over after graduation and into college. I was really excited to start college and to get involved with lots of new things. You could be whoever you wanted to be. So right away I got really busy with new friends and different clubs that I signed up for, lots of different organizations, and I even frequented the party scene a little bit. And so, but still inside I knew I was empty. I felt really alone at times, and even some homesickness from college. I was into my first semester, and I went to this speaker. His name was Sujo John, and he was talking about how he survived the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and he even brought his faith into play, and how this experience changed his life and grew his faith even stronger. I was really moved, and little did I know this was an outreach that the organization Crew had planned, but I quickly wanted more information. So I filled out a information card, and many calls later I was meeting up with two women who are involved in Crew, and they sat me down, and they just really explained that God loves me and He has a plan for my life, but I can't experience that plan because of how sinful and broken I was. I was really convicted that day, and I was found out that Jesus died for my sins. He died for me. That was just something totally, maybe not a total new concept, but it was just brought into a new light, and that I could have a personal relationship with God, and that was something totally unheard of for me. So that day I prayed and I accepted Jesus into my heart, and ever since then life has been so new and so freeing, and I've just really been able to get involved in Crew. After that day, it wasn't really easy right away. Things didn't change overnight, but slowly I got plugged into the Crew community and in a Bible study and all this great stuff, and I just really loved it. I feel like God has broken my heart for people who don't know His name and don't know that they can be freed from their sins. And even this summer I was able to travel and to tell people about the good news of the gospel. And if you would have asked me 2 years ago if I would have been in New Jersey telling people about Jesus, I would have laughed and I would have said no. This year I've been able to lead a small group, and that's been such a blessing to be able to disciple women. I never thought I would be able to do that, and it's amazing that I can still be growing in my faith and sharing it with others, and I'm just looking forward to see how God will use me on this campus and all over the world and the nation if He chooses to do that. So I'm just letting it all in God's hands, and I'll see what He has planned for me.